I have no idea what that slide is. It looks pretty blank to me. Oh, there it is. Hey, here's the thing. I had this whole PowerPoint presentation, slide presentation, Google slide, whatever you want to call it. So I'm here this morning, people are watching me and thinking, God, this guy just like put this presentation together like right now this morning, right? I had to go back and change everything because the color just wasn't as vibrant as it typically is, and I just can't get it. I'm not sure if it's the resolution on my computer or what. So I apologize for that. But let me talk to you a little bit about, like all of you, we all have a mantra, right? Something that we live by every day, something that how we do business, how we do the work we do with students and faculty and our families. And I changed it, tweaked it over the years, because things are always happening, changing. For the most part, the core fundamental belief system which I operate under is still there. And I try to, how would I say, try to inspire each other to kind of follow some of these. I know as far as an administrative team, those of you who have hired your own admin, it's pretty awesome, because you get to share all these things, or with teachers and so forth. So you have to understand, when I hire staff, everybody has to go through this, and they have to understand the expectation, if you're going to work in my organization, is you have to follow these specific things. And the reason is because I don't want people walking into our school and saying, I didn't really want to sign up for that. That's really not who I am. Because we all know the greatest impact that can be made on kids is what happens in the classroom. It's the teachers that make the difference, right? It's the teachers who drive those achievement scores up. It's not the programs, right? It's not the programs at all. We know that. It's the teachers. We've all seen it. So if you can read these and now I'll go through them. Number one, expectation is, right from the very beginning, you're a champion for all kids. It's just like realtors. Location, location, location. For us, it's relationships, relationships, relationships. You will be a champion for all kids, because I have no idea why you're even interviewing if you're not, okay? But we hear it all the time, don't we? I believe all kids can learn. I hear that all the time, okay? But are you truly a champion for all kids? Maintaining a standard of excellence. Always, right? And that's the modeling. That for us, and also for the teachers. Okay? That standard of excellence has to be there. Because here's what I've noticed, and you have to understand, I didn't tell you this. My own personal experience in school, not very good. So everything I come to you comes from here, because it's my personal experience. And so it's really, really personal to me. Because that's me. That is me. That's what happens. Because here's what I noticed. When I first got to my school, I would see a lot of this. A lot of conversations, I'd watch adults, and quite frankly, I spent more time just watching. I know we talk about listening, actually learn more just about watching. Because you can see a whole lot without even hearing the words, right? And that is adults walking by kids without engaging them. You ever have staff do supervision in a hallway or a cafeteria somewhere and watch how they won't even go acknowledge inappropriate behavior? It's almost like they're scared of the kids somewhere, sometimes. And you know what else I noticed? You know who they're more scared of? Black kids. Latino kids. Kids that don't look like them. And God forbid they get loud, because Mr. Cops are out of control. Okay? But if a group of 6 beautiful white girls who are on the soccer team are loud in the hallway, oh look, they're having fun. Look, they're having a great time. And I'm sorry for being so blunt, candid, I'm going to tell you, we all know that's the truth. And so the question is, what are we doing about it? Are we challenging the thinking? Are we challenging the mindsets? Are we having those difficult conversations? Because I'm going to tell you, you're never going to get a culture of excellence if you're not willing to do that. Okay? And we got to keep doing that. And here's the thing. You can't do it by yourself. So how are you building capacity? Because you can't take everything on, right? Back when I first started, I thought I could do it all by myself. I'm pretty high energy, right? I don't sleep much. I'm like this all the time. I'm not kidding you. Ask anybody for the last 48 years of my life. They can say, yeah, he's not right. That dude's not right, right? I'm actually kind of proud of that. Okay? Poor kids, minority kids. Those are the kids that often aren't held up to the same standard. If it's a kid who's kind of more left at learn, he's got his head on the table, yep, that's just John. Right? Just leave him alone. Nonsense. Have a high standard of expectation for him. Figure out what's going on with Johnny that he's got his head on the desk. Because if it was somebody else you liked, oh, but Johnny, what's wrong? You're not feeling well today? But if it's somebody we're tired of, that's worn on us, right? A kid that we don't like, yeah, there are teachers in the building who don't like kids. I know you know. So we've got to remember that. So what are we doing about that, right? Are we carrying the banner for our school? That's the first thing I share with our new hires or anyone we're interviewing, and here's why. That is my one and only non-negotiable. Negative. Cannot stand it. It is a culture killer, people. If you allow people to go through and rip your kids, rip your school, in the community, at church, in the grocery store, at Funko, or whatever you call it here in Missouri, I'm telling you, that is a culture killer.